students, hope you all are well. Great. Children, there is one phrase given by Abraham Lincoln: of the people, by the people, and for the people. Give one word for this. Yes, you are right. Democracy. So we can say that democracy means a system where the government is run by members elected by the people. Now these elected people or elected representatives are grouped together under one roof, and we called it as parliament. So parliament or Sansad in Hindi is a group of elected people who are responsible for making laws and the formation of government. These elected representatives are known as members of the parliament or MPs. They work on the behalf of the common people or citizens of India to fulfill their needs and expectations. Students, today we will discuss about the Union Legislature or the Parliament as the organ of the government. Our government has two other organs also, named as the executive and the judiciary. Now, what are their functions? Just a brief note about the executive and judiciary. The executive is responsible for the implementation of the laws which are made by the legislature. Second, the judiciary. Judiciary is responsible for carried out all these laws according to the constitution. Now children, let me tell you which are the different topics or subjects on which the Union Legislature can make laws. These are law related to defense, finance, foreign affairs, etc. So, we are going to discuss about the Union Legislature in detail. Children, just remember one thing, what I have told you, that another name for the Union Legislature is Parliament. Second thing, Parliament is a supreme law-making body of our nation, and it is a most significant symbol of our democracy. Now, the Union Legislature consists of the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, and the President. So, all three together we called it as the Union Legislature. Children, now watch a small video on the Union Legislature or the Parliament.
Every day we hear about the Parliament somewhere or the other, in TV channels, newspapers, from our parents, etc. But what is Parliament? The Parliament is a super legislative body in the Indian government. Legislative body, what is that? The legislative body is a group of people who make laws for the country. But how is the Parliament related to our life? Government and its ministry make decisions on our behalf about various things which are a part of our life, like transport, our education, healthcare, food, and even sports. But the Parliament is bigger and the government is a part of it. Look, the Parliament consists of the President of India and two houses, namely the upper house, which is the Rajya Sabha or the Council of States, and the lower house, which is the Lok Sabha or the House of People. While on the other hand, the government is formed by the party who gets more than half the seats and gets majority votes after the general election of Lok Sabha. Members of both these houses are called members of the Parliament or MPs. So what does the Parliament do exactly? The Parliament checks to see if the government is doing a good job or not, and if they are not, they can raise a question against it. The period during which the House conducts its meetings is called a session. The Parliament conducts 3 sessions each year: the budget session, the monsoon session, and the winter session. How do we contribute to Parliament and its decisions? The country is divided into numerous constituencies. Each of these constituencies elect one person to the Parliament. Once these candidates become part of the Parliament, they become members of Parliament. We elect the members of the Lok Sabha directly through general elections, and the members of the Rajya Sabha indirectly through state legislative assemblies. So what did we learn about the Parliament? The Parliament is a super legislative body which makes laws for our country. The government is a part of the Parliament and makes decisions for the people of country. The Parliament is composed of the President, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The Parliament administrates the working of the government. By voting, we elect the members of the Parliament directly or indirectly. That is why it is always important to cast our vote, because it is our vote that makes up the country's Parliament.
Yes, students, after watching the small video, you must have come to know about the composition of the Parliament. Let's take one by one. The Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha, another name for this is the lower house or the house of the people. Why we call it so? Because it consists of members who are representatives of the people. Right? Now make note of this, children, that these members are elected directly by the people. Now let's discuss about the members of the Lok Sabha. How many members the Lok Sabha has? The Lok Sabha can have maximum of 552 members. Out of this, 530 members are from the states and 20 members are from the union territories. Remaining 2 members are from the Anglo-Indian community who are nominated by the President of India. Children, another question comes that who can become the member of the Lok Sabha? So the first point is a candidate must be a citizen of India. Second, a candidate must be more than 25 years of age. Third, a candidate must be a registered voter, and a candidate must possess the qualifications prescribed by the Parliament. Children, we have another question about how long these members can be the part of the Lok Sabha. These members of the Lok Sabha are elected for a period of 5 years. But the President can dissolve the House before the completion of its tenure. Now what's the tenure? It's of 5 years, right? Now what is the circumstance here? The circumstance is when the ruling party loses its majority, right? Now next comes how the members of the Lok Sabha elected. They are elected directly by the people, and the procedure through which that is known as secret ballot. Right, children? Why it is known as secret ballot? Because here only the voter knows for whom she or he has voted, so that the level of secrecy can be maintained. Right? Now, universal adult franchise. What does it mean? Every adult citizen of India who has completed 18 years of age can cast vote. Right, children? Now, next topic is about the presiding officer of the Lok Sabha. So, the speaker is known as the presiding officer of the Lok Sabha. How is he elected? He is elected from among the members of the Lok Sabha, and he usually belongs to the ruling party. What are the functions of presiding officer of the Lok Sabha? First, Speaker is responsible for all the proceedings in the Lok Sabha. Second, he is responsible for maintaining law and order in the Lok Sabha. The Speaker has to act in an impartial manner. This is the third point. In case of any debate, the Speaker cannot cast his vote, but when there is a tie, he or she can cast the vote at the end of the debate. This is all about what we have discussed for the presiding officer. Now, let's watch a small video on Lok Sabha.
Or the House of the People is the lower house of the Parliament of India. It is called as Lok Sabha because its members are directly elected by the vote of the people through a general election of Lok Sabha. It has a fixed duration of 5 years, but can be dissolved due to any political, economic, or social issue. Its maximum membership is 550, out of which some seats are reserved for scheduled castes, tribes, and also if the Anglo-Indian community is not adequately represented, the President can nominate 2 members from the community to Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is the powerful house of the Parliament. Powerful house? Why is that so? The Lok Sabha is a very important part of the legislature branch of the country, which contributes to making laws for the country. Any ordinary law needs to be approved by both the houses of the Parliament. The final decision is taken in a joint meeting of both houses, where the decision of Lok Sabha is likely to win because of its large number of members than the Rajya Sabha. So what are the other powers that the Lok Sabha has? Apart from legislative powers, the Lok Sabha controls the finance of the country. Finance? Wow! How is that? A money bill has to introduce in Lok Sabha. The government prepares the budgets of an income and expenditure which has to be approved by the Lok Sabha. So is there any other way where Lok Sabha influences the government and its ministers? Lok Sabha can ask questions to Council of Ministers for their actions and controls them. If the Lok Sabha passes a motion of no confidence with a majority vote against the Council of Ministers, the Council of Ministers has to resign, including the Prime Minister. So, the Lok Sabha is the lower house of Parliament and consists of maximum 552 members, including reserved categories and Anglo-Indian community. It plays important role in making new laws for the country. Budget, money bills are controlled by it. Lok Sabha can ask questions to Council of Ministers for their actions and controls them.
Wonderful. What a session it was today. Till now we have studied about Parliament and its first constituent, Lok Sabha. In the next session we will be studying about the Rajya Sabha. Till then, study well and take care of yourself. Goodbye.